January the 14th, 2018. Guys, in last night's Block Talk show, I talked about this meter a lot. It came in just before the show started, so I was kind of playing with it during that time. I was really amazed. But just to kind of clear things up here, the EMFs are measured in milligauss. You see the 1.4 in the middle of the screen? There's an MG right under it. The Environmental Protection Agency recommends that you limit your exposure to a half a milligauss to 2.5 milligauss. Now, the picture you see is sitting in the office chair next to mine, and I've got it below a metal desk. So, and my Wi-Fi setting up on the Wi-Fi modem is setting up on the desk. So right now it's not exposed to it. In this video, I'm going to go through moving it around, showing you some different things and how strong your Wi-Fi and your cell phones are and how dangerous they are. Remember this, 0.5 milligauss to 2.5 milligauss. Now I'm going to go live with the camera and show you a couple of things. First, I'm going to turn on just the mobile data and my Wi-Fi mode on my cell phone. I don't ever do that unless I have to. I always keep them off because you always get these ads and interruptions and everything else. But I'm going to turn on just the mobile data and the Wi-Fi. Look at this. Now, let me get a little closer like you'd hold it to your, if you were holding it in your shirt pocket or when you're talking, holding it up next to your ear. But again, I'm not making a phone call at this point. You see, the light is blinking. It will go from green to yellow or amber to red, depending on the strength of the signal. 56 milligauss. Now, I'm going to make a phone call. I'm just dialing. I'm going to turn it over. I'm dialing my wife's phone in the other room. Look at that. 86.4. Now, this is when you're holding it up to your head. This is why you want to have a speakerphone. Okay? But that's what we're dealing with here. And look how dangerous that is. You think about the time your kids spend on the phone, the time you spend. Now, I'll shut the call down, going back just to Wi-Fi and mobile data. We're also going to look at it with all of that turned off, and you'll see a tremendous difference. But remember the report that came out, guys? You're not supposed to sleep anywhere close to your cell phone. Now, if you got the mobile data and the Wi-Fi turned off, that it makes a big difference. But still, they do not want you sleeping close to this. If you carry it in your pocket, it can cause a lot of problems. Now, this is dialing a call. Once the call's dial, the energy of the electromagnetic field will decrease. But now, turning everything off, Wi-Fi, mobile data, no phone call going on, look at that. You're almost within the limit by simply turning off the mobile data and your Wi-Fi. But when it jumps to 80, guys, and you have it up to your ear, you understand the damage that you're doing. The next video, we're going to get into the different levels of damage. I'll show you one of the things that has to do with electromagnetic fields from your big power lines before the end of the video. Now, what I'm doing is just setting it up out of the chair and setting it next to my modem. See this? 69.5. Now, I'm going to pull it back about 20 inches, kind of the way you would be at your desk. I'm going to pull it right up to the camera, and you can see that it drops a pretty good bit. You see it in the teens now, just that difference. I'm doing this before I break the studio down and move my modem. I just want to show you kind of what you're being exposed to as you're just sitting there surfing. And really, I'm not surfing right now. The computer's on, but we're dealing with the modem. If you start surfing while you're doing your test like this, you'll see it increase even more. But this is, I just turned the modem off, guys. You can see the lights are not on behind us now. Look at that. 1.4, you're almost in range. Now, the little Accurite weather station beside me is Wi-Fi, but it's just a simple signal to an outside sensor, not putting off hardly anything at all. But there it is with your modem off. And I've got a picture there on the left of where we were kind of getting up in the spike. Now I'm turning it back on and let it power. Now notice all 4 green lights on the modem itself are not on. But you can see as it's starting to power up and go through the different checks and get everything logged in, it's starting to increase in power. Kind of moving forward in time because it takes about 5 minutes to do it, and I don't want to bore you. But again, look, the difference from 1.2 to So it's going to climb back up into the 70s. It's amazing to realize, and it's frightening in a way to realize how much damage we've already done. But if we take a moment and look at some of the other things we're going to be testing, one is this. This chart shows one of the high-powered lines you see on the big towers. And this is a power frequency field of 765 kilovolt line in relation to observed biological effects. Let's start over to the far right. If you're 2,000 meters, guys, 2,000 meters is a long way. You've got 39 inches in a meter. You can experience stunted growth. You come into 1,400 meters, again, moving from right to left on the screen. You start altering your biorhythms. Guys, did you know that just your modem and your cell phone next to you can disrupt 70% of your sleep? All right, at 1,164 meters, you're at altered reaction time. Now, you're not losing the things to the right. You're just adding to them. 834 meters, decreased calcium flow. 570 meters, abnormal EEGs. 50 meters, increased cancer, stunted growth, increased triglycerides. So look at the list of the electromagnetic field damage that is done to the human body. And guys, we're dealing with 4G now. What's going to be something to really pay attention to is going to 5G, and it's coming up very quickly. Now guys, if you go to our website, just under the globe, bpearthwatch.com, you can see you've got the 2 meters, the white one, which is a radiation meter, and one of the EMF meters. Now, John Lee there in Seattle, who worked with us to get this meter online, he designed it, they built it. We just kind of he asked us what we wanted in it when we started inquiring about getting one. So if you order one on our site, he said to be patient because he's got 100 of them coming in just for us. So if you go ahead and get in line and order, just know that it may be a week or 10 days before they're actually shipped out. But guys, it's been a long time coming. Nobody had a couple grand to put into a meter to really test, and that put a limit on people's ability to find out what they're exposed to. And now for less than the cost of a cell phone, you can do it. But they're on our website, bpearthwatch.com, and be patient. They're coming. We're going to get those first 100, and then we got another shipment coming in behind that. But guys, tonight we're going to do a special broadcast on Blog Talk Radio Show, same time, 6 p.m. We're not going to do the Tuesday night show, but we're going to do one tonight. There's a lot of things that are happening. And guy, I think the original Q has come back online. I've said for the last few videos that whoever was posting was not Q. I think we're dealing with the original poster, or a group of posters now, and there's a lot of good information. We're going to talk about that tonight. May see a video a little later this afternoon on some of the information. But guys, we're watching this. You watch it. Be aware. Be aware of what we're dealing with. It's a heads up. Be safe.